channel. What time do you go to school? Do you want bell time to be changed? What is your opinion? Let's hear from students' debate on this issue.
The school bell time for elementary school is 9:15 or 8:50. Middle school is 7:55. High school is 7:25. Are you satisfied with this schedule?
Okay.
I think this schedule is okay, and I think it's like perfectly fine because if high schoolers before us could do it, then we can do it because there's no difference. They're not like born stronger than us, and like we're not weaker or anything. And for those people who go to like magnet programs where they have to wake up earlier because their school's farther away, well, they can choose to go to those schools and they can just switch back if they don't like the schools. So it's not exactly like, you know, they choose to go to that school. So yeah. And also, right now, even though kids aren't getting enough sleep, wait until I finish my sentence. Even though kids aren't getting enough sleep, just like moving the bell times back more so they can get like more sleep isn't gonna help, because right now I wake up at like 7:55 and at like 6:50, and moving the bell time back like 20 minutes isn't gonna help me because I'm still gonna go to bed at the same time and I'm still gonna be tired, so it doesn't matter. And now you can go.
Okay, I don't think it matters really, since humans they have habits. Sooner or later they'll get used to it, but it's like only like a few weeks until they get used to it. So they're already used to the schedule they already have, and they can get used to the new schedule.
That's right, they'll adapt. But like right now, it's gonna take a long time. Well, it's not gonna take a long time to adapt, but they'll still be tired. Okay, now you can go.
I've been waking up at 5:30 for a year and a half, and I still haven't adapted. I wonder why.
Well, that's because you go to a magnet school, and like I said, you chose to go to that magnet school. You chose to wake up early. You chose to go to a school that's so far away, and you chose to keep going to that school. So really, I don't see why that's a problem for you. If you keep wanting to get to that school, then you're just gonna have to keep waking up at 5:30. Okay? Well, it's like doesn't even matter.
But then I know because. Well, it's because you don't sleep until really late at night. Sometimes I catch you reading by your bed until like 11 o'clock.
I think that's your fault, because if you choose to wake up that early, then you have to make your decision to go to bed earlier.
Okay.
But if you change the bell time, you can sleep more. Then you can get more sleep.
I wonder why is that a ton of people, like hundreds of people, can go to your school and wake up that early and like be able to do it, including you. So why can't we just continue doing this? Because it's a really bad decision if you just want to change it, because then everyone has to change it. Everything has to change.
Do you know, like before any big test like the MSA, they always tell you to get a good night's rest, because that is shown to help improve like your grades.
And I have seen that tests like the MSA is incredibly easy. So I really don't think it finds much difference. And we used to take those in elementary school, because now we're taking the parts, and they're like, so yeah.
In the option 1 bell times, it says that this option would neither change the order when students go to school, and also this option would require the minimal financial impact, and the financial impact, the money, comes from our taxes, so we'll have to pay more money.
However, the extracurricular activities would have to change, because They would have to change because some activities start like right after school. In school, I've seen like people leave early to go to like basketball class or like tennis class or something. And now, because the school day is going to be moved back even more, that's going to impact it even more because they're already missing class. But if they miss class even more, then it's already an impact. So why change it?
Also, I thought you guys were neutral. Why are you fighting for her?
Well, it really doesn't matter if it changes or not, because we've added many changes before, and we somehow got the money for it. But if we don't change, we also will have to continue. Like, I really don't want to wake up early for the middle school. But I also don't want to have many taxes for the middle school.
That's a good idea. That's a good topic. Where would you get the money? I mean, because then everything would get moved back. Because if you, like, it's just different. It's, like, you would just do the same as people did before. It's nothing worth changing, so.
It is. Option 1A will require the minimal financial impact, as she said, but it's just moving everything back 25 or 35 minutes. It won't affect the bus schedule, and nothing will have to be changed.
You realize 25 to 35 minutes is literally half of a period, and since already some people already just go out to do something else, and like they already missed class, so it's like missing one subject for like one subject a week for every week, and it's not worth it. It's like still spending a lot of money. It's like taxes and everything.
But if you start school late, you end school late too, so you won't be really missing the period.
For people who cut class to go to a different class, like elsewhere, it is missing the period. And also, for ending later, you get home later and you don't get to do everything else you normally would do.
You can always do it in the morning. Well, you have more time in the morning.
Really? Because if I remember correctly, I always slept until I had to get up. Because in the morning, you can't get, if you used to wake up at 7:30, say, and now you could wake up at, let's say, 7:45, you would sleep until 7:45, obviously.
It's just 35 minutes. It really won't affect your schedule. I mean, I usually spend that 35 minutes just...
Well, let's say for the next 2 weeks, cut off 35 minutes of, let's say, your computer science class or your math class. Would that be helpful?
Totally.
Okay, that's enough.
Now let's hear from parents. What do they feel about this possible change?
Hi, Tom. So, are you for or against bell time changes?
I heard something about that, and
Or neutral.
to be honest with you, I would be against it. The reasons I would be against it is because there is a financial impact to it, and the state is in bad financial situation right now that they can't get out of right immediately. Second of all, my main reason is if you push the elementary school back 20 more minutes, kids already getting up before 8 o'clock in the morning. There's plenty of time. It already starts after 9 o'clock in the morning, and as a working parent in Montgomery County, I have to wait at the bus stop with Allison already. So if you push it back another 20 minutes and it takes me an hour to get to work, I'm not going to be able to start working until 10 o'clock in the morning. And that causes a big problem.
Well, you're only considering it from the elementary side point of view.
And I understand, and then there's, you know, I went to school in Montgomery County as a kid, and I got up early every morning. Heather, Allison's older sister, went to high school in Montgomery County, went to elementary school and middle school. She is one who's not really a morning person, but was able to get up and to adjust and adapt to that time frame each school year with the time frames that they have now.
Well, does anyone know when these times will be put into action?
Well, actually, I think if it's been that way for like that long, then they shouldn't change it, right?
No.
Hi, what would you do if there's a 2-hour delay?
Like they've had the last 2-hour delays recently. Well, there's not much you can do about that. That's beyond the control of a person. Once again, you have to adjust to that. There's nothing I can do about that. That's not something I voted on. That's beyond the control of the school. That has to do with the weather issue more than anything. You can't control the weather. So those kind of things, when there's a 2-hour delay, usually if that's a problem, sometimes the work is delayed as well. So it kind of works out that way.
Thank you for watching. Please go to Bell Times hearing on January 22nd to voice your opinion. See you next time.